This is a story about friendship and faith. And it all started in a place they all learned to love and respect. Arellano High School in the year 1955. It was a time when Escolta was still the central business district. Pinball was the craze. Girls swooned over Rock Hudson, and the boys over Audrey Hepburn. It was a time when Manila was rebuilding itself, and the young minds of class 1955 were building their dreams. This was a time when they were still seen as a bunch of crazies and loonies, making their presence felt in the library, literally, with a bang, or fooling around with the indescribable scent of the Cantaritas plant that sometimes made their teachers act like wardens, transforming their classrooms into jail cells. But they enjoyed it anyway. Perhaps their teachers must have understood teenage mischief and smiled slightly. With their few centavos, the young dreamers of 55 would content themselves with machacao, a 2-day-old bread that was as hard as stone, and push it down their throats with the help of a bottle of Cosmos. The strong spirit of this class dominated most sports competition, bringing honor and glory to the school. Academically, they excelled as well, guided by their venerable school principal, Sixto Palaypay, and capable homeroom teachers who nurtured a culture of discipline and hard work. Yet, amid these accolades, some members of Class 55 faced challenges of poverty and family relationships. However, because of their steadfast determination, they were able to conquer these challenges and more, even the obstacle of a young, unrequited love.
If you're young at heart.
The class of 55 established new records. They were on fire. They were hungry for glory. Indeed, the class of 55 is the best among the best, the brightest among the brightest, surpassing even those that came from the Ivy League.
Today we will celebrate our Arellano Class 55 Diamond Anniversary Reunion sa 1,500 na graduate itong year 1955. Marami roon at marami sa ating mga kaklase na mga nakapagtapos at namuno sa kanilang mga degrees. Sa ngayon, meron tayong 4 na po na mga alumni na umattend dito sa reunion nito at sila ay makukonsider natin champion. Tayo mga membro ng Arellano Class of 1955. Mula noon at ngayon, tayo ay champion na larangan ng buhay.
We all assume that a successful person had or has to have the right connections, the right amount of money in his pocket. Walt Disney, for example, was bankrupt when he tried to sell his first cartoon. Albert Einstein was kicked out of school because he was a slow learner. And Alexander Graham Bell was not discouraged when someone said, walang future yan telepono. Okay? But what about members of Class 1955? We hurdled almost impossible difficulties, roadblocks. We saw ourselves through the most difficult times imaginable, situations which were present during the 1950s. Towards the end of his book, Dr. Ibanez, the book is Memories to Remember, which, by the way, is available tonight. He was asked to list down 10 members, outstanding members of Class 1955. before doing that, he wrote, sana I could revise the Arabic numeral system para lahat tayo number 1. Pero sabi natin mga Pilipino nga, kasabihan lang, meron sa atin lamang ng isang paligo. Pero dito, hindi isang paligo ang lamang natin, isang punas lang. Ito yung sinasabi ni Rene Havate na outstanding at mga champions, the true champions. Starting with the late Cancio Garcia, Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Rodolfo Ibanez, of course, Rodolfo de Guzman Ibanez, Doctor, MD, PhD. He is honorary MD. Ang MD, ibig sabihin pala noon MD, PhD, mukhang doktor, PhD, pero hindi. He wrote 3 books, which are all winners of the Cardinal Santos Memorial Award. Ito yung Memories to Remember. Ito yung libro tungkol sa ating mga class 1955. After this, A Love That Never Says Goodbye. And lately, yung Road to Emmaus. Meron siyang librong ilo-launch. I think there will be soft launch tonight, titled Letters to Pope Francis. Unfortunately, hindi na siya pwedeng manalo kasi Hall of Famer na siya. 3-time winner. So, going back, continuing with our champions, there was Conrado Vasquez Jr., the Associate Justice, or former Associate Justice of the Court of Appeals. Then there is Jaime Y. Ladao, a very successful businessman, who is the perennial president of our association. Next comes Augusto Villanueva, or Gus Villanueva, who is now editor-in-chief of a leading tabloid. He is a sports writer par excellence. Percival Salazar, a lawyer and a BR assistant commissioner. He is author of several humorous books. Mariano M. Mendieta, judge, government official. He used to be a commissioner of the Professional Regulations Commission. Raimundo Pilar, engineering director and consultant who worked with Mr. Ibanez at Unilab. A military man, Alfredo T. Fragante. And the rose among the thorns, Dolores Legazpi Lim, a chemical engineer and a very successful business executive. Next, yours truly, Ruben E. Reyes, a marketing and advertising executive. Marketing siguro dahil mahilig ako mamalengke. Okay. Now, mas talagang lamang sa paliligo itong sumusunod, kasi ang tinatawag na mga global achievers. To those of you who are familiar with, I think all of us are familiar with the Incredible Hulk of Marvel Comics. The creator, or one of the creators, is Rodolfo D. Nebres, Arellano High School, 1955. Jaime Roman Resurrection, a painter, who was awarded the distinction of the most outstanding foreigner in Italy. Arturo Viola, a public servant, not in the Philippines, but in Canada. He is the only Filipino-Canadian to occupy the highest elective municipal office in Ontario, Canada. We have gone beyond our hungry years. The 50 centavos that we had in our pockets at that time, 5 centavos went to a bag of machacao, strengths that enable us to hurdle, to be what we are today, and to say that indeed we are very proud to be a member of the class 1955, truly among the best Arellano High School graduates. We hope that years from now, even today or tomorrow, you will understand why we are very proud to shout loudly, we are members of Arellano High School Class 1955.
When I was growing up, I remember my dad telling a story about his high school years at Arellano. He would often say it was the best time of his younger life.
This is where he developed lifelong friendships, true and sincere friendships that even today we see in this trying time.
Our dad had the best teachers. Not only did he learn the 3 R's, but more importantly, he learned good manners and right conduct.
That is why we are what we are today, because he taught us the values he learned at Arellano High School. And so we, his children, are the children of Arellano High School Class of 55.
Arellano High School Class of 55. The crazies, the dreamers, the legendary class that gave renewed hope to their alma mater with their passion for excellence. Today, they are now beyond their hungry years and have carved their own humble place in Arellano's history, helped create change in our country, and made their mark in the hearts of the people who hold them dear. This is their story. This is their legacy.
We shared our daydreams one by one. Making plans was so much fun. We set our goals and reached the highest star. Things that we were after. I miss the hungry